righty, welcome back. All right, everybody. Yeah, we're back. We're in business. That was Zen Sam's. She's great, ain't she? Hello. We got a lot to talk about. Now, every time I start talking about Hunter Biden on here, my blood pressure goes up. First of all, I lose it. And second of all, from time to time, even though we're saying real news, Facebook calls it fake news and they ban us. So we're going to talk to Hunter. If you could, share. Before we get into this, before we get blocked, if we do get blocked, then we'll come back. But I want to point out to you that it's National Chocolate Day. And I was talking about Entenmann's yesterday. So I have the finest Entenmann's cake you have ever seen right here on my desk today. Okay, that's a marshmallow chocolate devil's food cake. I mean, it's sick. A glass of milk, you eat half a cake, okay? And then, to avoid the ripoff of the two plains in the multi-pack, the variety pack, I bought for National Chocolate Day 8 chocolate-covered devil's food chocolate donuts. And, of course, my favorite over here, I got some Reese's, and I'll be wolfing this stuff down during the show. More importantly, it's National First Responders Day today. So, hug a cop. You see one in the street, say thank you, God bless you. Hug a fireman, hug a nurse, somebody. Show them a little love. It's National First Responders Day, and they're the people that are on the front lines and keeping us safe all the time. So God bless them all. Not that I'm anyone to give out blessings. Now, it is getting nuts in Pennsylvania. Absolutely crazy, okay? Kamala Harris was asked, when will the violence stop? And she said, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop on Election Day, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And she basically said, stay ready, because she's saying whether we win or not, they're not going to stop. Okay, so if you're afraid about it, you should be voting hard for Donald Trump, because I guarantee you on November 5th, if he wins, they're going to stop. Anyhow, take a look at Tom Wolf is talking in a press conference. Watch what he has to say about what's happening in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia.
As everyone is really sad by the death of the victim. And I think I share in mourning with the family. Anytime that happens is a tragedy for whatever reason. And I think we need to make sure that we follow up, find out what happened. I'm and my staff have been in constant communication since last night with the folks in Philadelphia, and the hope is that doesn't escalate into anything more than the peaceful protests that I think this kind of situation brings out.
News, this mayhem is breaking out, and this guy's over there calling them peaceful protests. He said, I hope it doesn't get worse. So the people on the left, they want this thing to get worse. They want to sow fear. Okay? Now, let's get to Hunter, this wacko, pedophile, drug addict, loser who's been selling out our country and his family name for the last 2 decades. Let's take a look. Last night, this guy, Tony Bobulinski, he's a decorated Navy veteran, okay, nuclear submarine guy, okay, like super genius, world-renowned businessman. He's done business all around the world. He sat down with Tucker last night, and if you don't believe this guy, then you ain't watching the same thing I am. But this guy, Jack Posobiec, says, I've watched 3 years of investigations on Trump and never seen anything like what Bobulinski is talking about. This is direct eyewitness testimony and documents from the participant torching every single alibi from the Biden team. So now, take a look for yourself, okay? This guy, he's not leaving anything to doubt. He's not saying to the best of my recollection or this or that. Take a look at Tony B.
Position behind a column so people couldn't see us to have a discussion about his family and my family and business at a very high level where Jim Biden sat and Hunter Biden participated in. I'm irrelevant in the story. They weren't raising money from me. There was no other reason for me to be in that bar meeting Joe Biden than to discuss what I was doing with his family's name in the Chinese CFC.
And this is a company with direct connections to the Communist government of China. So the former vice president has said he had no knowledge whatsoever of his son's business dealings and was not involved in them at all. But this sounds like direct involvement in them.
Yeah, that's a blatant lie. When he states that, that is a blatant lie. Obviously, the world's aware that I attended the debate last Thursday, and in that debate, he made a specific statement around questions around this from the president. And I'll be honest with you, I almost stood up and screamed liar and walked out because I was shocked that after 4 days or 5 days that they prepped for this, that the Biden family is taking that position to the world. And once again, I'm irrelevant in this discussion. I just was brought in to run this company and have been exposed to all of this fact. And I believe the American people should see this fact. I would have much preferred the Biden family go on record and define these facts for the American people and the globe versus me sitting here having a discussion with you on it.
So Joe Biden has not denied meeting with you in Los Angeles, correct?
So if you remember, when they try to impeach Trump for asking the president of the Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden and Hunter Biden's corruption, Adam Schiff rolled out the whistleblower. The whistleblower. We never got to see the guy who made the allegations, but they tried to take a president out of office. Now here's a decorated Navy veteran with no axe to grind other than he feels like the American people are getting lied to. And watch this, where he says he personally met with Joe Biden.
Down with Joe about cap tables and details.
So you've said that they wanted you to meet Joe Biden as a way to induce you to participate in this deal. You were the actual business guy here who had management experience, deal experience. But it also sounds like Joe Biden was vetting you to some extent.
Yes, of course. Like, I didn't request to meet with Joe. They requested that I meet with Joe. And, you know, he's putting his, and Hunter says this in writing, it was referenced multiple times, they were putting their entire family legacy on the line. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were dealing with a Chinese-owned, you know, enterprise run by Chairman Yi, CFC, that had strong financial support and political support from the Chinese Communist Party. That's how it was presented to me. That's not my own words. That's how they presented it to me and read me in on it. And
they being Gillier and Hunter Biden.
They being Hunter Biden, who was very proud of that and taking credit for it when I sat with him for 2 hours on the patio of the Chateau Marmont in L.A.
Proud that they were doing a deal with the Chinese Communist Party?
Well, proud that that he had the relationship with Chairman Yi, who was running CFC, and the ability for them to get deals done around the world and stuff like that.
You've seen a number of journalists.
Shocking revelations in this thing, okay? No one's reporting it. We are, Fox is, but no one's reporting it. OAN is, Newsmax is, but none of the left-wing media are, so we're going to continue. They haven't blocked us yet, so we're going to go with more Hunter. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to put everything to the side, and we're coming back with more Hunter, more Tony B. People have to understand what's happening, especially at the Chateau Marmont.